Got it. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it is your host of the Prison Masterclass, Bars.
It's working. Bars. We getting there. We getting there. We getting there.
Bars.
Bars.
I'm saying
straight bars, man.
Straight. Is it straight bars?
Straight bars.
Straight bars.
Straight bars.
Prison Masterclass, straight bars.
Straight bars.
There it is. Hold on. Let me put it in the chat. Oh, I spelled straight wrong. Forgot the T. You get blind as you go old. You know that, right?
That's what I'm hearing, man.
Dude, my shit is not like it used to be.
No.
I want to get the surgery, but I'm scared because if they mess it up, I'll be walking around like this all the rest.
Be walking around with a stick, like,
yo, what's going on? I'm real talk. I'd be like, man, should I get the surgery, man? They can clean my joints up. It happen all the time, but I'm like, what happens if they mess up?
Do one at a time. Do one, come back like 2 months later, do the other one.
I like that. I just be half blind and shit.
Half blind, man. Hey,
half is better than full.
Slick Rick, baby.
You know what I'm saying? Jungle Beats is in the building. 50 years of hip hop. Shout out to Slick Rick the Ruler.
Yes,
you know
sir.
What I'm saying? So we are here. The Prison Masterclass, straight bars.
Straight bars.
Straight bars. I like that. That's it.
I think even life might like that. You got to check with Life and see if he like that.
Nah. I mean, life will approve.
Life's a straight. He's a rapper, man.
Straight bars.
Straight bars, man. That's vicious right there.
Yeah, because I be dropping bars.
You be dropping bars, man. Everything
they said, like, yo, that's a fresh 16 in the building.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're online, if you're on IG, if you're on TikTok, if you're on TikTok people is just out tonight because I didn't say that. TikTok is just out. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on IG, if you're on LinkedIn, if you're on Twitter, aka X, go over to YouTube. Just type in Andre Norman. You'll see the page, and we're on here live. We have, you know what I'm saying, Chicago's finest NBA alum, Eddie Curry, with us tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? Fresh. He in Chicago right now doing the damn thing with the Bulls. You know what I'm saying? Little bros in the building.
We out here, man. I appreciate you having me, man.
We had some okay. I don't know how to see. We ain't gonna show no videos tonight.
We had some videos queued up, but yeah,
I don't see the queue no more, man. The queue went away. We used to have a queue over here, like the videos just like boom, it was there. But now I'm like in charge of shit, so it's not going right.
See, that's why you get on 15 minutes prior and we work out the bugs.
No, it's not a bug. My son is upstairs. I'm saying he's making beats. Okay. The homie stopped by, so he got a whole bunch he got access to go to Ghana and do beats and join a label, all this wonderful stuff. So I forgot until you text me.
Yeah.
Kid came first. I love the people online. I love helping everybody. Little guy comes first. So
we understand, man.
So, I mean, I just was like up there talking and helping him through his stuff and forgot.
Cause I was looking, I'm like, man, am I late or something? Like I know normally Andre he pretty punctual now.
Yeah. I was upstairs with the little guy. They say there's a prison self-help program called God Getting Out, Going In, meaning getting out of your own prison, going inside yourself. Dre, you look into it, you like it. Well, I'm saying it got the Goji program. I'm gonna call it Goji if I'm pronouncing it right. My brother texted us, man. D said there's a program called Getting Out by Going In. You're saying, I guess, going inward. I believe in that, man. Self-help, meditation, mental health. I'm saying counseling therapies is the way. I don't know who owns the program. See, if you don't own the program, I can't incorporate it into mine without getting sued. You know what I'm saying? I give my stuff away for free. I don't copyright anything. But everybody don't get down like that. For some people, this is a hustle. For some people, this is a business. For some people, this is a chance to come up. I do this, man, because I want to see people get out and stay out. I'm not trying to come up. So if that's a program, you know what I'm saying, Coach Taylor, tell him to hit me. Tell him to hit me up, man. Listen, it's real simple. Hit me up and we can collaborate. I collaborate with anybody. It's about helping people stay out of jail. I'm all for it. 1,000%. But this evening, you know what I'm saying, for those who don't know, my name is Andre Norman from Boston, Massachusetts. I grew up in the city, got off track, went to prison. I spent 14 years in the penitentiary, learned every lesson I could learn. And I found a way not to just learn lessons, but to turn them into success. And I came home from prison in 1999. I worked at Harvard Law School, the United Nations, the White House, worked for Congress. I worked for 20 separate countries, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, West Africa, Liberia, Sweden, Saudi Arabia, Australia. I travel the world and I bring peace to people that brings peace to the land. So that's what I do for a living. And this whole platform is about helping people who come home, stay home. And more importantly, helping our loved ones who help us get home do good too. You know what I'm saying? Because so often moms, sisters, and aunties get overlooked after we out and we shine. It's, oh, look, Dre, he's doing great. My sister took all them emails from me, all them cards from me, all them calls from me. My sister named her baby after me because she didn't think I was getting out. My mom took calls every day with a notepad. My mom, I would call my mother, pull out the notebook because Andre coming home calling with 1,000 things to do. You know what I'm saying? My ex-girl, Kim, trooper. You know what I'm saying? I was as crazy as I want to be, and she wouldn't leave me. She did the whole 14. You know what I'm saying? And there's people who are behind the people who are inside. I recognize them because that's how I got here. So we want to recognize them. And if you got some loved ones locked up, we want to show you and teach you how to do this and level up for yourself and for them. You know what I'm saying? It's not all about them. You count too. But this evening, my little brother, straight from Chicago, you know what I'm saying? South Side.
South Side, baby.
Huh? Is in the building.
You know it.
Yeah. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at the South Side.
I don't think you would really vibe with nobody from the West. Well, I mean, I love all of Chicago, but West Side Chicagoans are a little different, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What's up with the West Side dudes?
It's just different, man. It's different.
I'm different.
It's like,
that might be my tribe.
I don't know if you're gonna vibe with the West Side, man. I love my West Side brothers, but they different. South, I mean, everybody would say that about their side, though. Everybody in Chicago love their side, the East Side, North Side, West Side, South Side, man. Everybody kind of love where they from, and people in Chicago can talk to somebody from the West Side and be like, "Oh, you from the West Side."
Oh yeah, if you from there, because you got the language. It's more the language than anything else. They got some words that are West Side words that y'all won't say on the South Side.
For sure, man.
It's more the terminology than anything else. You know
no, it's a lifestyle too. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like West Side dudes are different. Everybody different. Every side a little different. It's a little more than language out here, you know. It's a little more than language out here.
A little bit more than language. Color you have won't matter.
Yeah.
You rocking the White Sox might mean something to somebody.
For sure. You know, but you know, White Sox, that's some South Side. That's South Side. So that's me.
Well, now that we have you here, and I appreciate you coming on. First, since you're a retired NBA player, I'm saying my first question, which is one most people don't get a chance to hear, is how many retired living NBA players approximately are there?
Wow. I think it's like what, 1,300 or something like that.
Out of 400 million people in this country, there's only 1,300 retired NBA players.
Yeah.
That sounds crazy.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. So you're one of 1,300.
Yeah, man.
See, we see the NBA now and we think it's everybody. But every year people retire and there's only 1,300 living retired NBA players. That makes you, man, in a small group of people, man.
No, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. Like until we were at that top 100 and they said that, like I would have never assumed that. To be in a room with that many guys who played in the league, and of course I knew all of those guys, but then you start thinking like, man, it's only 1,300. It's like, okay, no wonder I know the whole history of the NBA because
ain't that many.
You know, it ain't that many. So, but no, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. And then to come out of high school, I think that number is even small, obviously even smaller. probably
Moses Malone set it
under
off.
50. Yeah.
Mo.
Moses Malone set it off, man. So, I mean, I'm extremely, you know.
Wait, hold on. How many players came to the league straight out of high school? You said how many?
I heard it was 44.
Under 50.
Under 50 for sure. Yeah, under 50.
And if we had to ask how many went top 5?
Oh man. I would assume, this would be me assuming, I would assume less than 12, I would think, right?
You're one of 12 people on planet Earth who've done something.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, right?
Are you with me? Are you starting to see how rare and unique you are?
Yeah, that's why I like talking to you, man. Cause like, I don't know, man. You seem to point things out that I should know, but just in the flow of life, man, it's ups and downs. You get caught in one of those downs for too long and you start feeling like I ain't never did nothing in this life. You know, it's kind of weird.
You're one of 12 people
on
the planet, before, during, and after. Since BC, before Christ and AD, there's only been 12 people who've been drafted in the top 5 of the NBA coming out of high school.
It's crazy. It's crazy. When you think about it, it's amazing.
See, I want you to understand that if you can achieve that goal, there's other goals that you can achieve.
Yeah.
That are a lot easier. That's not an easy goal.
Right.
You can achieve that one, and you can achieve a lot bigger things.
Yeah. I feel like we cheating the people because me and you so locked in, and I'm already super like believing I can do anything just from talking to you in a short amount of time that we've been knowing each other. So I know we got to get people caught up and everything, but like,
nobody caught up to nothing. Listen,
yeah. But you're right, though. You're right.
They take the conversation we share with them, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I work for Henri Norman Incorporated, and my boss tells me all the questions I have to ask and don't ask. Anytime somebody online think they can tell me what to do because they got a great idea, they need to go ahead and mail me a check, send me a Rolls Royce or a Bentley, or really Aston Martin if you want to impress me, SUV. And then we can discuss about me doing what you say.
Right.
Social media don't run my life, bro. Me and you. So I'm gonna ask questions I want to know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you being one of 12, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, cool. I know it's in me because I did it. I might not remember every step of it, but I did it. Right. Now you can put your sights on something else. You can be one of 50.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you definitely are in rare air, rare space, man.
Are you a believer in like that 10,000 hour thing?
If you're good at it, you're good at it. Nah, I was in prison in the basement in a hole, and I said I was going to Harvard. I didn't have 10,000 hours.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying if you do 10,000 hours of doing something, you should be good at it.
Right.
But when I decided I wanted to go home, did you play 10,000 hours of basketball in high school? No.
Well, how long is 10,000 hours? Though?
A lot. Let's get the math out.
Yeah, let's figure out how long 10,000 hours is, because I ain't gonna lie, I played a lot of basketball.
Yeah, we're going 10,000. That's a total of 416 complete days.
Oh yeah, I think I did that. I definitely did that, for sure.
No, 24 hours divided by 3. That's 3,300. If you play 3 hours a day every day, bar none, that's 3,300 days.
And how many years is 3,300 days?
Divided by
365.
365. 9 years. Nope.
Dre, I don't know. I think I might have did
10,000
hours, bro.
Nope. Okay.
10, I might have done 10,000 hours, bro.
Divided by 5 hours equals 2,000 days. Divided by 365 is 5 years. Nope. 10,000.
If I start hooping in
high school. When I count 5th grade.
Okay. I wouldn't go back that far. I would have went to middle school, but okay, cool. High school.
4.5. Still ain't got it.
4.5 hours a day?
No. Okay. 10,000. We're up to 6 hours a day.
No, I wasn't hooping 6 hours a day. Well, not in high school.
Okay, here you go. 7 hours a day. You would have had the ball 7 hours a day, 7 days a week to have hit 10,000 hours in high school.
I didn't hit it in high school.
That's when you come on. When I count.
But you know, but if you're looking at it, okay, if you want to be real though, you get drafted based off of potential most times, right?
No, we're going back to your questions. You're doing the classic shit. Let's reshift the question that you stated. Dre, do you believe in this 10,000 hour? You believe in this 10,000
All
hour?
right, okay, cool. Okay.
It's your question. Do you believe in the 10,000 hour thing? So my question to you was, did you play 10,000 hour basketball in high school? And the answer is no.
No, I didn't.
So 10,000 hours is a great concept,
right?
But you can do it with or without it.
Got you. All right.
Now, if you went to college, you might have hit your 10,000.
I forgot I'm dealing with the mentalists. You're right.
Mathematics don't lie.
And when Andre Norman says this is what it is, he gonna work it, and that's gonna be what it is.
Simple. If you spent 7 hours a day, 7 days a week for 4 years playing basketball, then you got your 10,000 hours in.
For sure.
That's a true statement.
No, that's a true statement. It is.
And if you didn't, then I'm not saying it doesn't help, but it's not a prerequisite. But then again, you're the 1 in 12 outside of that who did it.
Right. I wasn't to be like, in my defense, I wasn't counting just high school though. But you're right. I'm not
gonna count middle school.
Right. Now, okay, but I turned pro, and then I guess you stop it at that point because you put your technically.
You saying to become great, you have to do 10,000 hours.
Right.
My question is, I'm gonna count your high school career because they weren't really counting middle schoolers back then.
Right.
Like they are now.
Right.
So I'm not saying you didn't play, but that wasn't your life in sixth grade. Basketball wasn't your life.
Not in sixth grade. In eighth grade, in seventh and eighth grade, it was though. Out here in Chicago, I was like in a newspaper. It was pretty big in seventh and eighth.
Ben Simmons, not Ben Simmons. What's Benji's name?
Ben Wilson.
Ben Wilson.
Yeah.
Yo.
Legend.
Nick Anderson told the story. They need to make a movie of his life, man.
They should, yeah.
They got some like crazy, cheap, cheesy shit online about his story, and they showed the story. I didn't even like it because it didn't show him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It showed like the ending, and who cares? I mean, not who cares, but the ending isn't the story I wanted. That's what we ended up with. Right. I wanted Benji's story.
Right. No, that was amazing. I mean, that's why D Rose wore. I think that's why D Rose wore his number and all type of stuff. Like Benji's urban legend out here, man. Like he's one of them. Like I don't know, man. Like everybody feels like, you know, their city is the best when it comes to basketball, and I think Chicago, like you grew up with that chip on your shoulder. Like, man, I'm a Chicagoan. We got the best hoopers. And when we get to throwing out names, that's definitely that top name that we throw out.
They kind of throw out Lou Alcindor from New York.
I mean, look, that's cheating, though.
I'm sorry.
That's cheating, though.
He's one in the 1300.
That's going back too damn far.
No, he's one in the 1300. He's here to rep himself.
He's one of the 1300. He is.
You know what I'm saying? Kenny Anderson was a beast in high school.
Kenny Anderson.
Hold on. Tiny Archibald was better than Kenny Anderson.
Tiny was tough. What about Isaiah Thomas though?
Tiny, I take Tiny. Led the league.
Taking Tiny over. I'm
led the league in assists and scoring. Yes.
I'm taking Zeke, bro.
Because he's from your town. I got nothing against
Zeke.
No.
Taking Zeke.
Zeke has never led the league in assists and scoring at the same time.
He was in the league with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, though.
I don't care who he was in the league with. He was in Oscar Robertson and Jerry West. Oscar Robertson or Zeke. Go on, tell a lie. Shame the devil. Tell a lie. Oscar Robertson or Zeke?
See, that's not fair to ask me though, because like
Zeke
is from Chicago, and Zeke gave me a shot when the whole league turned his back on me. When I had my heart.
We're not talking about do you love him or does he love you?
So it's hard for me to pick somebody over Zeke.
Oh yeah, so he's just that's a personal favorite. I got that.
That's
I would say Larry Bird's a personal favorite, but he still busts everybody ass too.
You would never say Larry's your personal favorite?
No. I said Larry's one of the favorites. He's not my personal favorite.
Who's your personal favorite?
My ultimate favorite basketball player of all time. I know my baseball player, Deion Sanders. All day.
You're saying Deion is your favorite
baseball. But no, my favorite athlete, my favorite baseball player, Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
Full stop.
Okay.
Deion played part-time. My favorite full-time baseball player, Barry Bonds.
I
Over
like
anybody.
I'm a Ken Griffey guy.
Oh, love Ken.
Ken
But
Griffey Jr.
This is his uncle.
Okay.
The uncle who balled out and went to the Hall of, could be in the Hall of Fame. Oh, listen, nothing like Barry Bonds. Pittsburgh and San Fran days. I remember Andy Van Slyke, motherfucking Bobby Bonilla, him, you know what I'm saying, Jose Lean, you know what I'm saying? Dude, I was with Pittsburgh. I wanted him to come to Atlanta. I wanted him to go to the Atlanta team when he left Pittsburgh, but he went to San Fran. I know his godfather played there.
Okay.
Basketball. Who's my favorite basketball player all time?
Michael Jordan. Say it.
I mean, he's an easy default. Definitely an easy default, man. I mean, Mike's the greatest basketball player ever step on the floor. I can't say Magic, my Celtic. Like you can't say Zeke. I can't say Magic. I have to take Bird over Magic.
Man, Bird over Magic?
I grew up rooting for Bird. I never rooted for Magic.
Okay.
I'm from Boston.
Okay.
I know there was some undercover black people who were rooting for Magic, right? I rocked the hometown. I rooted for Bill Russell, Sam Jones, Casey Jones. I can't bail out on Bird.
Yeah.
He put in work.
So you're gonna tell me Red Auerbach is the greatest coach of all time?
Tex Winters is the greatest coach of all times.
Tex Winter. Okay. Triangle offense.
Tex Winters.
Okay.
If you ask me who's the greatest coach, Tex Winters. Love Tex Winters.
You're gonna just crap on Phil Jackson like that, though, huh?
It wasn't Phil's strategy.
It wasn't, but I mean, you can't just.
Yes, you can. It wasn't his strategy.
Come on, man.
What did he when he was in Chicago? He did Texas strategy. He went to L.A. He did Texas strategy. He went to New York without Tex. What happened?
He went to New York without Michael Jordan.
He went to L.A. without Michael Jordan.
He did, but he had.
Carmelo Anthony in his prime. Come on, stop it. He had Carmelo in his prime. Full-fledged all-star Hall of Famer.
New York is tough, though.
It's always going to be tough.
New York is tough.
You asked my favorite coach of all time, Tex Winters.
That's tough.
Tommy Glavine, not Tommy Glavine. What was the coach? I can't call his name. He used to coach the Atlanta Falcons, the Atlanta Braves back in the day. I liked him too. But
I know who you're gonna say. I can't get his name. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was just cool.
Who's the best receiver in the NFL ever? Best receiver ever?
Randy Moss.
Not Jerry Rice?
Best receiver. Most accolades, it speaks for itself. If there was a draft right now and you put them all on there, I'm taking Randy Moss.
What?
Randy Moss is Jerry is the man. He's an animal. Whatever they call it, dog, and whatever they call it in football, I'm taking the highlight reel.
But he's the GOAT. Like any of your GOATs that you would name would say that Jerry Rice is the GOAT. Jerry
Rice, of all his, because he played and he was a man. He's a perfectionist.
Right.
It's like saying Ken Griffey versus Barry Bonds. Almost. Is an uncle and a nephew. You took Ken Griffey, I took Barry Bonds.
Right.
You took Jerry Rice, I took your nephew.
But I took Ken Griffey honestly on some like that was who I saw growing up. You know,
I saw them both.
You saw them both. I wasn't really checking for Barry Bonds like that.
Dude, I saw Ken Griffey. He was the most spectacular dude ever. Barry wasn't spectacular. He was just the best.
Okay.
And Ken, when he went to Cincinnati, got derailed. And Seattle, Ken, had he stayed in Seattle, it'd have been a different story.
Pound for pound, best boxer.
Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali.
No discussion. He's on my wall out there. If I go out my living room, Muhammad Ali's on my wall. Who's on? I ain't got Mike. I love Mike. Love a lot of people. They're not going on the wall.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Not in my living room. No. You got a poster of Sugar Ray Leonard in your living room?
Nah, but I like Sugar Ray Leonard. I was on a fight today watching highlights. Marvin Hagler.
I'm from Boston. But very few people have Sugar Ray Leonard in a poster in their living room. I would dare to say there's 100% more Muhammad Ali posters up. I told my son the other day, right? I said, I wanted to hang up a poster. It was a basketball player. He's like, nah. I said, well, I got Muhammad Ali downstairs. He said he had cultural significance.
He said he had what?
cultural significance.
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
because he said he never saw Tyson fight. I said, no, the post, I said, you never seen him play, but you know him. He said, I said, well, I got to do downstairs. He said, that doesn't count. He said, why? He has cultural significance. Muhammad Ali transcends.
Okay. I give you that. You don't think
Chico Brown is in the building. Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
West Coast. Yo, listen, Snowfall, the real Snowfall. This is where they stole their life story. Him and his Cody Rick were the real Snowfall cats, man. Shout out to my man Chico. He's in the building. Daryl Collins from the Bing. Congratulations on getting married, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad I didn't get an invite, but congratulations anyways.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but
you said Freeway Rick Ross?
Rick Ross and Chico Brown were co-defendants, and that's Snowfall was their movie.
Really?
Real talk. Compton's in the building. South Central's in the building.
Damn.
Nah, so okay. You saying you would take Sugar over Muhammad Ali?
Nah, I forgot about Muhammad Ali. Shame on me for forgetting Muhammad Ali.
I would take Mike Tyson over Sugar Ray Leonard. For me,
pound for pound, I don't know, man.
Muhammad Ali first, Mike Tyson second.
Mike Tyson second. Where's Money Mayweather in this though? Because you know it's a whole generation of people that's gonna
the number one businessman in boxing, Floyd Mayweather.
It's a whole generation of people that's gonna say that Floyd Mayweather is the best boxer.
But for me, there's the science of boxing, the sweet science. Then there's the brutal sport that I love. Watching people get knocked the fuck out was what I liked.
So you like heavyweights though?
That's what I'm saying. So both of the people I called routinely just, Floyd, you can watch him all. There's nothing wrong with Floyd's game. Nothing.
Yeah.
Is he undefeated career? Is he the best businessman ever? Is he that dude? Love Floyd Mayweather. I'd go hang out with Floyd. There's some people I wouldn't hang out with. I would hang out with Floyd real time. Solid, real cat. Right. But when you say best ever, Muhammad Ali won. Then my favorite would be Mike Tyson second.
But see, you it seems like you got a bias to heavyweight fighters though.
I do.
So
when I was a kid, I watched heavyweights with my dad. They didn't put flyweights on TV back in the day.
To me, a knockout artist is just a skill, a particular skill that a fighter has. You still got to have other stuff.
Mike had it. Mike didn't have it.
Mike was just an animal. I've never seen nobody punch like Mike and throw his whole body into punches. Like that's insane.
Listen,
that's
man.
Insane.
And it's not just a story of what we all overcome stuff. I watched Floyd's story the other day, and I didn't know his story. You know what I'm saying, but I watched his story, man, and it's made me appreciate him more.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
I watched a little bit today.
1,000% appreciate Floyd, man. If I knew his address, I'd send him some flowers just because.
Man, I watched something today with his dad. His dad was fighting Sugar Ray, and they talked about how dope that his dad was, and how they showed how his dad lost the fight to Sugar Ray, how he was doing the little shoulder thing. Yeah, had all of that. And they said he ended up losing the fight, and then ended up getting into some street shit. Got his like calf shot off or something like that. Like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
And, Floyd didn't have an easy life.
No,
at all. And then he bet. Listen, he did something none of the rest of them did. He bet on himself.
Yeah.
Listen. I mean, greatest inspiration, Floyd. If I'm going to watch a fight, Muhammad Ali would just be classic to watch. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
no, I agree. Muhammad Ali had it all. He did. He had defense. He had the rope-a-dope.
And
he had power.
Cultural significance. My son, who's never watched boxing, knows exactly who he is and what he's done for the world.
Yes, and that's another thing he did. He was a socially conscious athlete for sure. So ahead of his time. When it wasn't cool to do.
It took his belt from him.
Took his belt, all of that. It was not cool to do. Stood on his religion, all of that.
Dude, greatest man ever walked the face of the earth behind Jesus and Muhammad.
Ooh, that's strong.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get past the Mother Teresa and all them up. He's up there with Mother Teresa.
These new people, it's some people on social media that would say Dr. Sebi was the best to walk the earth.
Because he got him alive. You understand? But so listen, there's some people in Vietnam talking about thank you, Muhammad Ali.
For sure. For sure.
He kept him alive.
For sure.
And, so everybody's. I save lives, but not like that. He just impacted the world.
Yeah.
So coming out of Chicago, making it out of Chicago. It's not you don't come out, you make it out.
Make it out.
That's just work. And you make it to the league. And you're looking around. And when did you realize that you belong there?
Man, I was so young and so naive. I thought I should have been there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, 18, they don't let them in at 15.
No, but you know, like in Chicago, man, we had this gym called Hoops the Gym, and that's where Michael Jordan used to like work out in the summertime and things like that. I had been training there since I was like a sophomore in high school. So from my sophomore year on, I've known Michael Jordan, Paul Pierce, Antoine Walker. Like they would come and hoop. I would go hoop with them every summer. I would give them work every summer. I wouldn't give them work, but I would hold my own though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To the point where when I got older and I got bigger and more respected, like I felt like I felt like it was just a matter of time before I was gonna get to the NBA. So like just naively and just being so young and so in the moment, like yeah, I was like, yeah, it's about time, you know.
I'm gonna give you a chance. This is your chance. This is some Jeopardy shit. If I could take you back to your rookie year, and I know your agent messed it up for you,
right?
And you had a chance to see the Jordan deal where you didn't see it the first time. Your agent got it and went with the other wrong deal. Would you go with Jordan instead of the whatever it was?
Instead of going with
well, don't even say the other people's name. Would you go with the Jordan deal?
Sure, no question.
It's legendary.
No question. No question,
man. Listen, I mean, Mike.
That's one of the dumbest things I've ever done. I've done some dumb stuff, Dre. That's one of the dumbest things.
You didn't sign with Jordan.
Didn't sign with Jordan.
Did you beat and not beat him up literally? Did you beat up your agent for that one? Like, yo, how did you mess that one up?
No, because I was young and dumb.
You didn't pay attention.
I didn't realize the gravity of it until he called. Like
he called you. He sent the message.
He sent the message and said, "Hey, young fella,
get right.
Get out my shoes, man. You had your chance. You had your chance." But hey, when he wasn't looking, I was wearing them shits again, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man. For sure, man. Given like I would do it 100 times over. Sign with MJ for sure.
You watched The Last Dance like I watched it. What was the two things? What's the one thing you learned about Jordan? What's the one thing you took from the movie?
The one thing I took from the movie was he still is super passionate. And I feel like he was so passionate and so locked in at that time that even flashing back to that time and him watching video and stuff on the iPad about it, he's in tears talking about like, you know, just how it meant. He still feels how he felt then. And I think a lot of stuff in life happens. He's a team owner now and he's this and he's that. But when you get to jogging his memory and he's still that, man. He's still every bit of MJ, man, for sure.
And what did you learn about him?
What I learned about MJ, man?
Watching that show.
That it's not many people like him, bro, that's willing to just, I don't know, man. He just had it all. He had the skill and he had the will and he had the, I don't care if you don't like me. Like, people don't understand, man. It's in the NBA, it's little cliques and stuff like that on teams where it's like a couple guys, like, these are my boys. They're cool. I don't really fool with them outside of basketball, though. I don't eat next to them. I don't sit on the bus next to them, none of that. But, like, you still want to be liked.
Right.
He didn't really care. He didn't give a damn if he was liked or not, man.
He here to win.
Yeah, he here to win. It's only, and I've only ever seen two people like that, him and Kobe. And even Kobe, I think, wanted to be liked a little bit, but MJ did not care, man.
Give me the rings.
Yeah, give me the rings, bro. And it's his ability to just cut somebody off. Like, I feel the same. I feel like I got a little bit of that in me to where, like, if somebody, like, does me wrong or whatever the case may be, I'm okay with just saying goodbye to that person for a long time.
He just
or
turned
whatever,
the corner.
you know, turn the corner, but
he put him in the Hall of Fame speech.
Yeah.
That was the greatest Hall of Fame speech ever.
Yeah, man. So MJ is like he's like the Jay-Z of basketball, man. Like subliminals, and it's so much about MJ that the public just don't know that I saw every day. Like it was crazy, man. But at the same time, man, he definitely has a heart. He definitely has like compassion and things like that. But I mean, he's
MJ.
He's MJ, man. He's
know
MJ.
What I learned from watching that?
What's that?
The first thing that struck me, he's really from Wilmington, North Carolina. Because I watched him damn near his whole career, but you never really heard him talk. You only see him dunk, boom, do his thing, 30-second commercial or 30-second interview, and it's rushed. He's breathing heavy, so you don't really pay attention.
Right.
He sound like a true country kid.
Yeah.
He's country. I'm listening to him. I'm down south in South Carolina, and I'm hearing him like he sound like a country boy.
Yeah.
And born in New York, but I don't let New Yorkers claim him. Dude, he came.
I don't let New Yorkers claim him.
Nah, I don't play with Michael Jordan from New York. Stop it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He from North Carolina, and listen, country boy dominated NBA basketball. Basketball comes from all over the planet, but when you see him, he's so Madison Avenue. He's the biggest guy on the poster that you forget that he from down. I just never even clued in that he from country. I just made him from New York. I made him from Philadelphia. He's just super. He Hollywood.
I ain't gonna lie. He transcends any city. Like I've never really like said, oh, he sound like he from. I never really.
No,
he's just MJ.
Talk, yeah. No, when you listen to him talk in that video, there's some early clips of him when he came out of high school and he came out of college.
Right.
He straight out of Wilmington. I've been to Wilmington.
See, that's what I've never been there. I never really.
You got to go down south. I don't really know. I was in South Carolina, North Carolina, and they have country people sound like Louisiana, all down south. I'm from up north, so we talk different. But that was the first thing, and the second thing I learned is to go through what he went through. I mean, he lost his father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's so many of us who have fathers that aren't really attentive. So it's hard to understand when you have a father that's attentive and losing them. I was here with my son earlier, and he's giving me a presentation. You know, I got whiteboards that way about what he's trying to do. And I'm sitting here while he's talking to me, and I'm saying to myself, in 56 years on this planet, I never did that with my dad.
Yeah.
And he's sitting here. I'm like, I wanted to ask him, what is it like for you to do this with your father? Because I have no clue.
Yeah.
But he had his dad, and I seen him, you know, the picture with him on the trophy. He's always there 100%, and to lose that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And then to come back and level up.
You know, his mom was really strong, a real intricate part in his life too, though.
I watched the second movie. The Air movie was about her.
Yeah.
The Air movie was about her. It wasn't about him. Mom's straight to the heart with it. Phenomenal.
Yeah. So no, but you're right, man. I mean, the role that his dad played in his life, man, to just have him pass like that in the middle of you being MJ, the best ever, like, because I mean, I think at some point, bro, like MJ, if I felt invincible and I felt like I could do anything and I had somewhat of a God complex, like, come on, man, you know what MJ is feeling like. You know what I mean? So
8 rings versus 6 rings.
Yeah, man. But you know, death, man, is so out of everyone's control. And then it's like the way it happened, it's like that's not supposed to happen to Michael Jordan's dad, anybody in his family, you know. So yeah, man. When
I go out here, is that story. I go out and I do gang outreach. I convince people to put down guns every single day. I was in prison yesterday in New York, convincing people to put down knives. I'm going to prison in Louisiana in 2 weeks. I'm going to prison in New York. You're going to prison in New York. And the goal is to convince people not to commit violent acts against each other. And when I watch, those are the stories. The Benji stories, the Mr. Jordan stories, the people who had no business dying like that.
Yeah.
Now, if you're in the life and you're out on the block and you catch it,
It
I
comes
don't
with
want
it.
you to die either.
Yeah, it comes
But
with it though.
it's kind of like you signed up for this. You
Yeah.
shouldn't have. It was bad choices, but it's different than man just minding his business, causing no harm. And it was like, okay, if you robbed him for the car, that's one thing. You didn't have to kill him, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've robbed people in the past, but I never killing wasn't necessities. That's just some internal problems. And again, so I go out every single day to not have more victims like that. When you go to prisons with me, when you go to jails with me, when you go to programs to the corners, it's so we don't have another Benji story.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
like those stories. I don't like none of the stories.
Those are horrible stories, and unfortunately, man, it's more than just Benji that's happened to. You know, it's been quite a few athletes from around this country that's happened to, and even like, you know, I talk about people ask me like, when what was it like growing up in Chicago, and how did you do it, and this and that. Like, man, a lot of it's luck, to be honest with you, man, because I could think of a lot of occasions. I mean, it was times where, like my rookie year, where we would I'm thinking it's cool to go to a party and hang out, and before I know it, I leave the party and it's a shootout, and you know, I have people shooting at my cars. I have bullet holes in my cars, and I'm just a kid, barely old enough to get into a club or whatever. Just really seeing, like, for the first time what downtown Chicago looked like. Like when I was growing up on the South Side, I never went downtown. I never knew anything existed past downtown until my senior year in high school. Like, I never knew anything existed past downtown. So to graduate high school, to be at the Bulls practice facility, which was like 30 minutes past downtown. It's a whole nother world out there. It's fancy. It's beautiful. It's, you know, I didn't know that existed. It was the craziest thing, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie, man, it took some luck to do it. Like, of course, like, I worked hard. Of course, a lot was God given, but man, I mean, a lot of it was intuition. A lot of it was seeing some dudes walking down the street and knowing that I'm not about to walk through them. I'm going to cross the street. And if they cross the street with me, I'll call me a punk or whatever. I'm going to turn around and get up out of here. I'm going to find me a way to cut through an alley or do something. But I know that's going through them is not going to be the best idea for me. Because what people don't understand is, like, when you coming up, unless you like a small guard or something like that, like I was a center. So when I was in 8th grade, I was already 6'8", 6'9". So I look like a grown man. And I grew up around GDs, right in the middle of GDs and Blackstones. And so it's like, who you with? What side you with? And ain't nobody trying to hear like, oh, you just an 8th grade kid trying to hoop, blah, blah, blah. Not at 6'8".
Nah, you down with somebody.
Yeah, you down with somebody, bro. And then you got friends, and then you got friends who got big brothers that's affiliated, and you know, so it's tricky, man. Growing up in Chicago, growing up in a lot of these cities is tricky, man. And you know, I applaud these guys that are able to navigate their way through it. I understand, like I said, it takes a lot of hard effort, prayer, God, everything, but it takes some luck too, man.
But now you're out, you're retired, you had a phenomenal career, and you're going back and you're giving back and you're helping people. You're going to prison in New York in a few weeks, or you're going back to community, helping the top 100 next round of kids in the 100 in the high school and all these. Why are you helping people? Why can't you just go be a retired player, go chill on the island and watch TV? Why are you going out and helping people?
Man, because I needed that help, you know. I got in some ways I got the help that I needed, but in a lot of ways I didn't get the help that I needed. You know, people help me to the best of their abilities, but you know, if I'm able to be a familiar face, or even if I'm not a familiar face, my experience is familiar to you and you're able to learn from you, I'm able to gain some type of rapport with you because you realize, man, I got and accomplished what you're trying to get and accomplish, whether or not you like what I did with it, whether or not you thought I maximized it. I got there. I know the path. I know the road. I know what it entails. And I think that, you know, that's valuable, and that message can really help somebody just not make some of the missteps that I made. And I mean, you just never know what somebody's on the verge of doing. You know, what you able to just kind of, I don't know. You never know when you're gonna be that voice that somebody needs to hear to kind of just shift and change. And I mean, you do it for a living, and I'm learning as I go how powerful it is and how needed it is. But because at first, honestly, it was kind of therapy to me to kind of talk about some of the stuff that I've been through. It was almost more helpful to me than it was for the people I was talking to. I didn't realize until recently. They're like, nah, man, this is really actually helping people. People actually really need to hear this type of stuff.
Well, so I see a lot of the stuff. I mean, people ask me all the time, hey, Dre, why? And I'm like, listen, man, my goal is to share, spread the word, encourage, and that's all you can do. And
Right.
I've been watching you since we've been building, man, and that's what you do, man. I mean, you got to take naps once in a while, but
yeah, I don't know how you do it, bro. I don't know how you do it. I never see you drink a Red Bull. You drink your coffee though. You drink your coffee, but I ain't never see. I don't know, man. I get to it. And I blame the NBA though, because I was on such a crazy schedule.
How you gonna blame the NBA?
Because look, let me tell you, right? And this is what
you
I tell
in the NBA facility right now.
Because this is what I tell people, right? Even in like our meetings that we do when I talk to the players and stuff, and we talk about divorce and how, you know, players retire and get divorced. And I'm like, I truly believe a large part of that is you get married to somebody and they're kind of used to not seeing you. You get a week or so where you get to leave and come back, and you know you don't really have a lot of time to get on somebody's nerves. But then all of a sudden you retire and you home every single day, and y'all getting on each other's nerves, and you know you're not the cleanest guy, and I don't know, man. I just feel like
NBA
you know,
set you up.
the NBA is setting you up because they got you thinking that it's something.
It's
that
gonna be like this forever.
It's not like that, bro. Like, you know, like I had a strict schedule. Like my wife, everybody knew, like, okay, I was gonna get up in the morning on a game day. I was gonna get up at about 8, 9 o'clock, get some breakfast, go to shoot around for 10 o'clock, come back home, sleep for 2 or 3 hours, maybe 4 hours, depending on how early I got to bed. Then go to the gym at like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon to play the game at 7. Like that literally was my schedule every single game day.
How did
And
it feel getting in your car and driving into Chicago Stadium? Was it United Center?
United Center, yeah.
Going into the basement, parking your car, and walking in there.
It
Not
was
even
crazy.
the game. Forget about the game.
It was
Just
incredible.
going into the stadium. They like,
man, hearing the that note, boy, what the starting lineup? Come on, man. You couldn't. Come on, man. You can't make this up.
Mike did it first.
Mike did it first, man. Everything that Mike did, it was still going on. Like we still had fans that was there because they had season tickets when MJ was there. Because you got to think, I got drafted in 01. MJ had just left Chicago a couple years before that, and he was still playing in the NBA. He was with the Wizards. So, like when my rookie year, the announcer got fired because they told him don't. Well, this is what I heard. Don't quote me on this, but I heard he got fired because they told him to say Michael Jordan's name like regular, like you would any other visiting team. And he said, at guard 6'6" from North Carolina, Michael Jordan. And everybody went crazy. But he was on the away team. And I heard bro got fired for saying that. But no, man, going to that arena was crazy. It still gives you chills going in there because it looks the same. It's the same. This is like scorched earth where MJ was coming in doing work. You know what I'm saying? Like it was crazy. It was crazy.
What?
What's that? Oh yeah. When you hear that noise, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. And they used to say, for me, from
Thornwood High School.
Yeah.
Southside.
Yep. Thornwood High School, man. Crowd go crazy.
Thornwood High School.
Like, can you imagine what that would be like, bro? For you, like for you to be playing in Boston Garden and the announcer announce your name with your high school, not your college, your high school, bro. Like, come on, man. That's crazy.
Yo, that's one of the best opening themes in sports right now.
Come on, man. What's better than that?
I don't know. I don't really know anybody has a better opening music to them.
I don't know.
That's official.
That's official.
Mike made it official.
He made it official. Benny the Bull, like, come on, man.
Oh, I ain't going Benny the Bull. I ain't with that. I'm not going that far with you. I check out. at the theme.
Oh, because you like the little leprechaun. You like the little leprechaun dude at the Boston.
I mean, no. Who has the best mascot? Who has the best mascot?
The best
The Lakers. The Lakers.
No, I
The
mean
Laker
you
girls.
have to say
Who's better than the
Denver.
Laker girls?
Bro, no, bro, in Denver is official,
Wait a minute.
bro.
Who's better than the Laker girls?
Okay, that's different. I'm talking about mascot. You talk about something else. I'm talking about mascot.
That was their mascot.
They say, bro, the Nuggets mascot is making more than some of the players on the roster.
Like that?
Like that. They just the numbers came out like last year sometime. He making more.
Their money.
But he do crazy stuff. Like he'll put a 70-foot ladder up and go to the very top and clapping his hands and stuff and all type of crazy stuff, bro. He be wilding out, bro.
I'm trying to think where's the best mascot. Well, Orlando's is nowhere. Miami, I don't know what Miami's is. Celtics is iconic.
Celtics is iconic for sure.
The
Knicks don't even have a mascot.
I don't want to say nothing about the Knicks, man. They drafted Patrick Ewing. Thank you. He's from Boston.
They drafted Pat Ewing.
And they gave Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson was my guy.
Wait. Did you say Pat Ewing is from Boston?
Cambridge, right next door.
Didn't know that. That's crazy.
Massachusetts. It's
Didn't know
like
that.
Cambridge and Boston is like 5 minutes apart.
Okay. I thought he came from like Jamaica, straight from Jamaica and started hooping.
They came from Jamaica. His mother came from Jamaica, then they moved him up. But they came from Jamaica to Cambridge, and he lived there.
You know, my mom told me my whole life that Patrick Ewing is my dad.
No, his kids look like him. I'm sorry.
Low key, I swear to God. Hey, she'll say it in front of my dad. Like, your dad is Patrick Ewing.
Like, yo, I was over in like New York for a weekend.
Yo, your dad is Patrick Ewing. And it's crazy because my dad is like 5'11".
Yeah.
Yeah.
How tall is she?
6 feet.
It just happened like that.
It just be like that sometimes.
Lucky Charms. I mean, that's Boston.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know.
Okay, we're gonna do this here, right? You gonna get not no Kobe's, no Tim Duncans,
all right,
and just officials. My first official is not a Larry Johnson. UNLV. Larry Johnson, Beast Mode, Grandmama.
Super Beast. I used to love Kevin Johnson, bro.
Kevin Johnson was nice.
I used to love him and Dan Marley, Thunder Dan.
Thunder Dan, no.
For some reason. But if I'm gonna say, but realistically, I'm gonna say Chris Webber. Like that's like my all-time favorite player.
Chris Webber's your favorite?
Chris Webber and Rasheed Wallace, my 2 favorite players ever.
I give Vince Carter.
VC, but see, that's a superstar though. That's a superstar though. You can't name it.
I gotta go back down. Okay, I go back down. Went too high.
You went way too high.
There was this super nice, and you're saying there's like there was there but wasn't there. You're saying.
Brianna Davis speaking.
Ah man. I'm gonna make him pick a Celtic then.
Come on, man. You can't even pick nobody on the East Coast. Go West Coast.
Okay, Mitch Richmond.
Mitch Richmond. Ooh, I like Mitch Richmond. Latrell Sprewell.
Golden State's in the building.
He was savage.
These come the landlord.
Really?
His commercials was the landlord.
Oh, I ain't know.
Go back and watch his commercials. They come to landlord.
I know he had them spinning wheels though.
He had the Sprewells.
The Sprewells.
Let me give you somebody. Oh man, there was a beast that wasn't all the way over the top. Trying to get him for you. I can't get him. I'm trying to think. I'm like that guy. Larry was the man. Who else was up there? Man, I'm a trivia dude too. That's the crazy part.
Come on, man. Give me one. Do you consider I would say you could say somebody like Charles Barkley, honestly.
Nah, Charles Barkley, Hall of Famer. If you're a Hall of Famer, you don't count.
So no Hall of Famers. Okay.
No Hall of Famers.
Is Ralph Sampson a Hall of Famer?
Houston.
H2O. What about Ralph Sampson?
No.
You don't like Ralph Sampson?
I don't like him. He just
Ralph Sampson was like one of the first, like the original Twin Towers. Like him.
If you go to college, Ralph Sampson all day. When he hit Houston, it just didn't happen.
Didn't translate for you.
Christian Laettner in college, beast.
Ooh.
It didn't translate. I mean, Christian Laettner was I was a Fab Five guy.
Yeah.
Loved Fab Five. But Christian Laettner gave it to him, gave it to them, and he gave it to Shaq.
Ooh, I got one for you.
Chris Jackson.
Ooh, you talk about
Mahmoud Rauf.
Yeah. I got Hedo Turkoglu.
I give you that. You know what I'm saying? Sacramento. Then he went down to Orlando.
Turk was crazy.
Number 5.
Yeah.
I got you. Come on, man.
Yep.
Oh, Dragan Petrovic from Jersey.
Ooh, yeah. I
got a better one after that.
Who?
Derek Coleman.
DC.
DC should have been the great. He was just unreal.
DC was a bully.
DC was official.
DC was a bully.
He should have owned the league. We're
gonna have to have a segment. We're gonna have to have a straight bar segment. Because there's some dudes like DC, like Jerry Stackhouse, off the court that was them type of dudes, man. Charles Oakley, and straight enforcers, bro.
I mean, DC, Oakley was an enforcer. DC balled, though.
DC balled.
I would take balled. DC over Larry Johnson.
Oh, you tweaking right now.
No,
tweaking. He must be from Boston or something.
No, he's from Detroit.
He must be from Boston or something.
Detroit and LA, Detroit and Dallas. One's from Detroit, one's from Dallas. 6'10", do it all. 6'10", do it all. Nah. Larry Johnson is one of my all-time favorites. But if you said who you want to grab, DC or Larry Johnson?
Larry Johnson had like 2 different careers though. You got Grandmama Larry Johnson, then you got the Larry Johnson from New York, man.
DC was, when he was in Jersey, he was just unstoppable.
You cannot, come on, man. Stop that. Stop that.
We're gonna have to
I would love to see a poll of that. I would love to see, you gotta learn how to do a poll, and we gotta see, we would have to see.
Hold on. I'm getting in trouble. Hold on. I'm supposed to pick up my niece from the airport. Hey lady, I'm about to I'm leaving the house. You just text me. I'm about to leave the house right now.
He's lying. He's lying.
Stop it. She might be watching on the live like play it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the master class straight bars has to come to an end. I gotta go do airport run. It's 8:05. But yo, we're gonna do a weekly segment and just do sports.
I was gonna say that. I need a day. What day can I have?
Whatever day you want, we'll work it out.
All right, let's figure out a day. I want a day every week.
Got you.
And we got to figure out a poll because we're gonna leave every time we gotta leave somebody. We gotta leave with a poll question.
DC or Larry Johnson is our poll tonight.
That's our poll today because I swear I know I will win that. I know I will win that.
Dude, I love them both. If you say, yo, who you want to hang out with, give me LJ.
Right.
Who am I drafting? Give me DC. One or the other, and they prime. DC in his prime, Homeboy in his prime. Give me DC.
You're so wrong. You're so wrong. And I don't say that
wrong
often.
On my own show. So you have to be my co-host
with you.
Either you can't be my, you got to be my co-host, or I ain't wrong because it's my show.
You never wrong, but now this one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you on Monday. This is Prison Masterclass, straight bars.
Straight bars, baby.
Curry, Chicago legend.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you. Thanks for having me, Dre.
Peace.